Okay, time to turn your brainstorm into an outline. If you don't have your brainstorm done yet, do that first. Otherwise, this is going to be really, really challenging for you. Make sure you have lots of ideas down because those are going to be what form the basis of your claims. Please also pull up the Anthem essay outline that I handed out to you. That's a make a copy for each student, so you should have that in your Google Drive on this assignment, and then also the 2-4 paragraph outline. I'll be referencing both here. This covers prompt 1, 2, and 3. Remember, 3 is your challenge option. If you really want to go for it, great. Write your essay on prompt 3, but it is the challenge option, so it will require a lot more extra thinking. So this to me would be something that maybe you'd need at least a 15-minute brainstorm and a lot of material, because the concept of morality is kind of a tougher one. I will cover that a little bit, but I mainly am focusing on 1 and 2 for right now. Pull up your do what charts as well from the first time we looked at each prompt, that document that had you do this assignment here. Remember, a do what chart just breaks down the prompt and makes sure that you have a sense of what the questions want you to cover in your essay. And what you'll find is if you use the do what chart to help you write your essay, you'll find that you're writing a really focused and direct paper that naturally covers all parts of the prompt, so you don't end up accidentally missing something and losing credit and missing the point of the prompt. Okay, so let's jump in. Prompt 1 is the knowledge versus ignorance. Prompt 2 asks about equality's identity and his admirable qualities, and prompt 3 asks about right versus wrong. Let's say you're on prompt 1. You're asked to explain what? Explain why the individuals in Anthem are persecuted for their pursuit of knowledge. And you're also asked to describe lessons that can be drawn from Anthem about how we should think about the pursuit of knowledge. So you're asked to describe why and then to share the lessons. Here you're asked in prompt 2 to describe ways people should be more like equality. You're asked to give examples, and you're asked to explain why you think these traits are good or worth emulating. This middle one here is kind of more an evidence type thing. The prompt is just asking you to give evidence. Well, obviously you're going to give evidence, right? That's part of a solid 2-4 paragraph where you have 2 sentences of evidence in each one. By the way, for this specific essay, you will need at least 6 quotes. So here are the requirements. 6 quotes total. So that's either 2, 3, 6 paragraphs, where you include 3 quotes to 6 sentences of analysis, and obviously 3 claims in there as well, or 3 to 4 paragraphs. If you think that your thoughts are complex enough that you want to do 2, 3, 6s, great, or you can do 3 to 4 paragraphs. Either way, you'll include an intro and conclusion as well, and a thesis statement, but we'll get more into those in just a bit. So you need 6 quotes total. Hopefully you can grab these quotes from your DEJ, from any theme tracking you've been doing throughout this unit, or if you need to kind of go back and skim through and find the best evidence for your prompt and your theme, great. Either way, you need 6 total. Hopefully you kind of already have those ideas collected already. All right, so that's a requirement for today. We're just doing the outline. We'll fill in the rest later. All right, so the second prompt, this give examples is really just evidence. So the main part of the prompt is to describe what? Describe ways people should be more like equality, and to explain why you think these actions or traits are good and worth emulating. All right, and then the third prompt asks you to determine if people who adhere to the government of Anthem and their beliefs about good and evil are happy or not. And it asks you to explain what? Explain lessons we can learn about morality today. And it's interesting because these 3 prompts, and all of them were asked to make a decision, explain why individuals are persecuted, describe ways people should be more like equality, or determine if people are happy or not. We're asked to make a decision, and then we're almost asked in each prompt to describe a lesson that we learn from it. So it's really, all of these prompts are really about giving a reason, and then also explaining the message, or maybe the warning, or the lesson involved. Even this one, explain why you think actions or traits are good and worth emulating, is really about lessons we learn from equality. And I think we discussed that a little bit in most of our Socratic seminars. So that's kind of what we have is each prompt wants us to discuss reasons from the book, but also kind of the message of the book. So we need to do that in our claims. An essay starts with claims. After you've done your reading and your thinking and your brainstorm, we're going to start this with our claims. Because claim 1, 2, and 3, if you're doing the 3, 2, 4 options and not the 2, 3, 6 options, and if you're still confused on 3, 6, definitely do the 2, 4s, okay? The claims are going to dictate the rest of the entire essay, right? Because claim 1, claim 2, and claim 3 are all going to dictate what evidence you choose, and then by default what analysis you write. So it's all going to dictate each individual paragraph, because then you're going to need to go find evidence to support the actual claim. But it also is going to dictate your thesis, because your thesis statement should contain the important parts of all 3 claims. So you're going to use your 3 claims to write your thesis. And then your entire argument, that's going to dictate how you introduce your essay, how you end your essay, your call to action, etc. Your audience also dictates a lot of the decisions for you in your paper. And for this case, your audience is just your classmates, and we'll say it's society in general, because each of the prompts asks you to describe the message and the warning in the lesson. So basically your audience is going to be society in general, right? And describing what lessons we can learn from this book. Okay, so we've got claim 1, claim 2, and claim 3. Again, those are going to dictate all of the rest of the decisions you're going to make. So you're going to start with your claims. Start with your claims for each body paragraph. And guess what? If we cover the reasons and the message in each claim, regardless of the prompt you're writing on, then you will automatically cover all parts of the prompt. Automatically. No question about it. So if you do each of these things in each of the claims, you'll have this covered 3 times in your essay, and you definitely won't be missing any part of the prompt. So let's do an example. And if you are working on prompt 1, you can use this example in your essay. That's fine. It needs to be your own evidence and your own analysis after that. And obviously your own second, or your second and third claims need to be your own, but you can use this one if you want. Okay, so first I'm going to ask myself why the individuals in Anthem are persecuted for their pursuit of knowledge. So I need a reason, and then I need a lesson. Okay, why are individuals persecuted for their pursuit of knowledge? I should have plenty of options for this on my brainstorm. Again, if not, you're going to have to go back to your brainstorm and keep thinking. One reason is, why are they persecuted for their pursuit of knowledge? I think one reason is because, let's see, in their pursuit of knowledge, because the oppressive government wants to keep them in ignorance. Okay. And then I need to think about the lesson. Again, this part right here, the second part. I need to think about the lesson. What lessons can be drawn from this about how we should think about the pursuit of knowledge? Okay. Let's see. Rain is suggesting that oppression can cause ignorance. Okay. All right. Let's see how it looks. Individuals in Anthem are persecuted for the pursuit of knowledge because the oppressive government wants to keep them in ignorance. Rand is suggesting that oppression can cause ignorance. Okay. So I've got my full claim for my first body paragraph, and notice how it has, again, your reason and then your message. I'm going to have you please highlight or underline your message, because this is also going to become your second claim. So your first claim in your body paragraph 1 is just going to be the full thing. The second claim in your body paragraph 1 is going to be just the message, and that's for all of these. So as you're filling in your outline here, this claim needs to be both the reason and the message. Second claim is just the message. So we can really tackle all parts of this prompt in each claim. You are going to please just go ahead and skip global and background for now. For the outline, we're just doing the claims for your body paragraphs and your evidence. And then after you do your claims, write your thesis. So let's say you're on prompt 2 and you've described ways people should be more like equality and explained what we can learn from that. Well, you will need to, after you write your claims, combine those into one sentence. So that might look something like this. Right? So you're combining, I misspelled equality, but you're combining your 3 ideas, the 3 blanks are for your 3 claims, into one sentence to become your thesis, kind of like a roadmap. Many of you might know that as like a waterfall effect, or maybe like a crow's foot where you have like this, or chicken foot where you have 3 pieces, right? That's going to go into your thesis. So after you write your claims, go back and write your thesis. And that's all you need for the outline aside from your evidence. So again, your claim is going to dictate what evidence you choose. You can pull your evidence from your DEJs, any theme tracing that you've done or whatever, but let your claim lead you into what evidence you want to choose. So if I'm doing the first one, well, actually, you know what, if I'm doing the third one, determine the people who adhere to certain principles concerning what is good and evil. So that one, you know, that's going to help me after I write my claim. That's going to help me decide what evidence I need. So if I decide they're not happy because they're suppressed, then I need a quote that shows me from the book that they're unhappy and suppressed. Hopefully that helps a little bit. If you have not generated a lot of different ideas and you feel like you can't answer these questions with your brainstorm, go back to brainstorming. It's going to be really darn hard to state your reasons. Remember, each claim needs a reason and a message. It's going to be really, really hard to do that if you haven't done the brainstorm work and if you don't have your quotes. So start with your brainstorm. This should be easy to fill in. These ideas from your claim should come from your brainstorm. Start there today. And again, a reason and message in each claim need to be there. And that's gonna make a ton of the decisions for you today. All right, thank you so much. Your outline is due the next time I see you. And then we'll jump into your essay from there. I want you to finish your claims, your whole, all 3 of your claims, or 2 if you're doing 2 3/6s, by the end of class, so that I can approve or not approve of, or approve of them, or give you some feedback and maybe a little bit of added direction. All right, thank you.